Hello everyone, today we talk about most precious nickel. It's worth maybe $35,000 or big bucks. Imagine this for a second, a small, ordinary-looking 5-cent coin sitting quietly in someone's drawer, ignored for decades, suddenly becoming the reason that person's life changes forever. I am not exaggerating, I am not joking, and this is not clickbait. Today I'm talking about the 1964 United States of America Jefferson Nickel, a coin that many people think they know, but very few truly understand. And if you stay with me till the end, you'll see why collectors all over the world still chase it like a hidden treasure. The story of this coin begins in 1964, a year that shook American coinage. The U.S. was facing a massive coin shortage. Silver prices were rising, and people were hoarding coins out of fear. The Jefferson Nickel of 1964 was struck in huge numbers, yes, but here's where the mystery starts. During this chaotic time, the U.S. Mint experimented, rushed production, and errors slipped through that should never have existed. Some of those mistakes became legends, and that is exactly why this coin started becoming rare, not because of age alone, but because of what went wrong behind the scenes. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin unique. A normal 1964 Jefferson Nickel weighs exactly 5.00 grams and is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Thomas Jefferson's portrait is on the front and Monticello appears on the back. But certain examples show strange doubling off-center strikes, missing details, die cracks, or even unusual metal compositions. These are not fairy tales. These are real mint errors that serious collectors fight over, and when one of these shows up with proof and certification, the price can explode. Here's where suspense deepens. Most people think, it's just a nickel, how powerful can it be? That mindset is exactly why rare coins stay hidden for years. The power of this coin is not in its face value, but in its potential. A verified, extreme error 1964 Jefferson Nickel in top condition can shock the market. I'm not saying every coin is worth millions, but yes, there are cases where collectors speculate values in the 7-figure range when a never-before-seen error or experimental strike appears. I am not joking, and I'm not making fun of anyone. Listen carefully, because this part matters. If someone tells you every 1964 nickel is worth millions, ignore them. Don't fall for fake stories. But if you have a 1964 Jefferson nickel with a clear mint error, unusual weight, strange color, or strong doubling, then you may be holding something that can change your financial future. This is exactly why experts say, check before you spend. One careless moment, and history goes back into circulation. Collectors love this coin because it sits at the crossroads of history and mystery. It was the last full year before major changes in U.S. coinage policies, and the mint pressure that year created mistakes that should never have escaped. That's why certified examples graded by PCGS or NGC can sell for thousands, tens of thousands, and in extreme one-of-a-kind cases, collectors talk about life-changing money. This is not fantasy. This is how rare coin markets work. Now imagine this dialogue in your head. Someone says, "Bro, it's just a nickel." Another voice replies, "Then why did someone just pay more than a luxury car for one?" Silence. That silence is the sound of ignorance breaking. Rare coins don't shout, they whisper, and only the patient listeners get rewarded. If this coin is sitting with you right now, confusion is your enemy. Action is your friend. Yes, this coin can be sold. You are not stuck. You can take it to a professional coin auction where serious buyers compete. You can sell it on eBay with proper photos, weight, and certification. You can even reach collectors through Facebook groups dedicated to U.S. coins. Opportunities exist everywhere, but only for those who stop doubting themselves and start verifying what they own. Let me be very clear again, so nobody misunderstands. I am not saying you'll become rich overnight without proof. I am saying that this coin has the potential to make someone rich overnight if it turns out to be a genuine rare error. Big difference. Greed without knowledge destroys value. But smart curiosity creates wealth. Don't ignore this warning. People often ask, why are you creating this hype? Because history shows us that ordinary people become wealthy not by luck alone, but by paying attention. This coin has survived pockets, jars, drawers, and decades of neglect. If it has reached you, maybe it's your turn to look closer instead of laughing it off. So ask yourself honestly, why are you confused? If you already have the coin, why hesitate? Get it weighed. Look at the details. Compare it. Get expert advice. If it's common, you lose nothing. If it's rare, you gain everything. That's not gambling, that's intelligence. I'll end with this, and remember my words. I am not joking, I am not playing games, and I am not selling dreams. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel has the power to shock, but only in the hands of someone who takes it seriously. Sometimes wealth doesn't come as paper or gold bars. Sometimes it comes disguised as 5 cents. Coin number second. Imagine this for a second. You're holding a simple 5-cent coin in your hand, something you may have ignored for years, something that looks ordinary. But what if I tell you this exact 1992 D. Jefferson Nickel could change your life forever? Yes, I'm talking seriously. I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating, and this is not a fantasy story. Stay with me till the end, because many people skipped this coin once and later cried when they found out what they had lost. The Jefferson Nickel was introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers of the United States. By 1992, millions of nickels were being produced every year, and most people believe all of them are common. But history tells us something different. The Denver Mint D Mint mark had several quality control issues in the early 1990s, and that's exactly where the mystery of the 1992 D. Jefferson Nickel begins. Now listen carefully. Rarity doesn't always come from low mintage. Sometimes rarity is born from mistakes, errors that were never meant to leave the mint. In 1992, D nickels, collectors have reported off-center strikes, double dies, weak strikes, rotated dies, clipped planchets missing mint marks, and abnormal metal composition. These are not fairy tales. These are real mint errors, and when verified, they can shock the entire coin market. Here is where things get interesting. A normal 1992 D. Jefferson Nickel weighs about 5 grams, with a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. But some rare error pieces show unusual weight, lighter or heavier than normal, which can indicate a wrong planchet or metal error. This single detail alone can turn a 5-cent coin into a collector's dream. If your coin doesn't weigh exactly right, stop scrolling. You may be holding something special. People ask, how can a 5-cent coin be powerful? The power is not in the metal. The power is in what collectors are willing to pay. Rare mint errors, especially high-grade uncirculated or proof-like coins, have sold for thousands, tens of thousands, and in extreme museum-level cases, claim prices reaching into the millions of dollars when bidding wars happen. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not lying. This is how auctions work when demand explodes. Let me be very clear here. Not every 1992 D nickel is worth millions. Don't fall for fake stories. Don't believe random posts without proof. But if your coin has a verified rare error, exceptional condition, and authentication from a grading company, then yes, this coin can change your financial situation overnight. That's why collectors search rolls day and night. Now think about this. Why are you confused? If you already have this coin, why are you doubting yourself? People become rich because they take action, not because they ignore opportunities. If you find something rare, you don't throw it away. You verify it, grade it, and sell it smartly. Confusion is the enemy of success. And yes, you can sell it. You are not stuck. People sell rare Jefferson nickels at major coin auctions on eBay and even through Facebook collector groups. The key is honesty, clear photos, weight proof, and professional grading. Serious buyers are always watching, always waiting. Some people laugh at others who save coins. Today, those same coins sit behind glass cases with insane price tags. Imagine waking up one day and realizing the coin you kept in a drawer is now worth more than years of hard work. I'm not joking. I'm not hyping nonsense. This has happened before, and it can happen again. Don't let fake information distract you. Don't listen to people who say, all nickels are common. They said the same thing about other coins, until collectors prove them wrong. Errors rewrite history. One mistake at the mint can create a legend. So listen to me carefully. Check your 1992 D. Jefferson Nickel. Look at the strike. Look at Jefferson's face. Look at the steps on Monticello. Check the weight. Check alignment. If something feels off, don't ignore it. That feeling could be the difference between staying where you are and stepping into a completely different life. I'm saying this clearly, honestly, and without jokes. This coin can make someone rich. Not everyone, but someone, and that someone could be you. If you have it, use it. If you don't, start looking. Because history rewards those who pay attention and punishes those who scroll past opportunity. Now tell me, will you ignore this coin like everyone else did? Or will you be the one who checked and changed your destiny? Let me say this slowly, because people usually miss it when it's said fast. I am not joking. I am not trying to fool anyone. And I am definitely not making fun of you. What you're about to hear is the kind of story most people ignore until someone else cashes it in. Picture this for a moment. You're holding a 5-cent coin. You've seen it before. You've spent it before. You probably dropped it somewhere and never cared. But what if that exact habit is why some people stay broke, while others suddenly get lucky? The 1988 D. Jefferson Nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, a place where machines worked fast and perfection wasn't always guaranteed. Millions of coins rolled out every single day. And when speed takes over, precision sometimes slips. That's where things begin. This coin carries the face of Thomas Jefferson, a design that has existed since 1938. By 1988, nobody expected anything special from it. People trusted the system too much. They believed every coin was identical. That belief is where mistakes hide. A standard 1988 D. Jefferson Nickel should weigh exactly 5 grams. Same metal, same look, same feel. But collectors don't just look. They measure, they compare, they question. When the weight feels off, when the strike looks strange, when Jefferson's face doesn't behave the way it should, alarms go off silently. Some coins show doubling in the letters. Some show unusual mint mark placement. Some have weak strikes, off-center details, or metal flow errors. These aren't visible to careless eyes, but to trained eyes they are loud. Now pause here, because this part matters. A regular 1988 D. Nickel is not worth millions. Anyone shouting that without proof is lying. Don't believe fake screenshots or wild claims. But here's the truth people don't like to admit. Extreme, authenticated mint errors are a different category altogether. Across U.S. coin history, error coins have shocked the market. Coins that looked normal to everyday people later sold for prices that changed lives. Not because they were old, not because they were shiny, but because they were wrong in the right way. I'm not laughing and I'm not exaggerating. If this sounds crazy, that's good. Crazy stories are usually ignored until they're confirmed by auction records. You might be asking yourself right now, why am I confused? Because you're standing between doubt and curiosity. Most people choose doubt and walk away. A few choose curiosity and look closer. That's the difference. If you have this coin, why rush to spend it? Why rush to dismiss it? Checking costs nothing. Ignoring it costs opportunity. That's not motivation, that's logic. And listen carefully here. I'm not saying you should trust random comments. I'm saying if you believe your coin shows something unusual, there are real paths. You can sell through a professional coin auction. You can list it on eBay with high-quality photos. You can connect with serious collectors on Facebook groups. These are real markets, not fantasies. But real value demands proof, authentication, and grading turns stories into money. Without that, it's just noise. With it, things change fast. Some people laugh at this idea today. Tomorrow, they ask questions. Next year, they say, I used to have one like that. Regret always arrives late. So let me be clear one last time. I am not promising riches to everyone. That would be dishonest. What I am saying is this. Real opportunities don't look dramatic at first. They look boring. They look small. They look like pocket change. And sometimes the only thing standing between a missed chance and a real one is a decision to look twice.